guys, and welcome back to Health Talks. A few weeks ago we spoke about contraception, which is such an amazing topic and every woman really, really needs to watch it. Today I'm here with Nat and we're going to be speaking about the IUD. So Nat, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. There's a few different types of IUD. The most common are the Mirena, which is like a little T-shaped instrument that's inserted into the womb. Wow. And it stays there, and it's got a little, the actual, this part of it, whatever that's called, the T, not the T part.
The long part?
Yeah, the neck, has hormone in it. It's slowly released in the body. Yep. So the idea is that it's thought to be better than the pill because it's not releasing that around your body. It's straight locally into the area. Okay. Now, that's one type. Also, the copper IUD, which works in a slightly different way. There's no hormones in it, and so a lot of people think it's a lot safer. The copper changes the way that the sperm reacts and makes them, go crazy.
I've read some funny things about them, and again, it's just something that I'm completely unawares of because I don't know anyone that's got one. But when I was in the States, and Nat had actually written something about the Mirena on your blog, and I had read that, and then when I was in America, I actually saw this ad, and it was
really
well, it was actually from a company that was promoting a Mirena, and I'd never heard of it before. So for me to read that and see that, I went, okay, well, maybe this is something that I need to know a little bit more about.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking that, I'm sure there are so many other women who just have got no idea about IUDs.
And they actually don't know, especially with the copper IUD, they know that it thins the lining of the cervix and the uterus, which makes it unfavourable for implantation.
Absolutely.
Obviously, it detracts the sperm. They don't really like the way that the copper it does something to the ions.
Wow.
And also because it's in an embedded object in the uterus, it also prevents something else from embedding in there. Okay. So you can look at the copper IUD and kind of think, well, there's no hormones involved, it's probably safer. Yep. I can't argue with that, but at the same time, anything that's embedded into your uterus can't be a
great.
Fabulous thing. No, not at all.
And they've been around for a really, really long time.
They have.
And nothing's been done over time to change them? Or?
No, and I think that they just work because they do, and they kind of assume that's the way that they work. Okay. I think the problem for me is how many women have complications with them. And it's not so much the fact, the Mirena, yes, that's hormones, and that's an issue, and that's no different to taking the pill, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. The copper IUD is different in the sense, like I said, there's no hormones as such, but the complications that come with it, they go missing all the time. And women have to have them surgically removed.
Where do they go? Where do they go?
So they're supposed to have a string that sits out, and you should be able to feel the string at any time. At any one time. But I've actually, and I only deal with people that we're obviously having trouble, but I've never had somebody come back and not have complications with that.
Wow.
I know. And so then there's another whole host of problems that arise with that. Women often bleed the whole month round. They don't actually have a break.
Period.
No, they just bleed. So they have a period and then they keep on bleeding. Which
and that's not fun.
No, and it's a sign your body's saying, hey, this is not working.
Get it out of me.
With both the Mirena and the copper IUD, that is a very common thing that happens. Miscarriage is also a lot higher with women that have had an IUD in place. So
is that because of the thinning of the uterine walls?
Because it thins out the lining of the uterus, which is where your embryo is going to implant. Wow. Yeah, so the thing is, it's not something to freak out about. If you have a Mirena or a copper IUD, perhaps it works for you, and we're not here to judge anybody.
Not at all.
We're here just to deliver this information because, unfortunately, what your healthcare professional may have been led to believe is that they're safe, and we're finding, as time goes on, that they're not as safe as we initially thought that they were. So it's really about
education.
That's right. It's about putting the message out there.
That's right. And like I said, I don't know anything about this, and my background's nursing, and I've been in the health food industry for 10 years, and I still don't know a lot about this sort of stuff. So I think it's really, really important that everybody does know the pros and cons and weighs it up for themselves and figures out what's right for them.
Totally. And it also comes back to if you are ready to have children, just like we visited with the segment with the contraceptive pill, there needs to be a certain amount of time that these things are out of your body before you go forward and try for a baby. Infertility rates are so high, and we wonder why, and we need to really make the connection with the things that we're doing to our bodies when we're not ready to have children that are actually affecting us when we are ready to have children. So that's something to be really mindful of. And look, wanting to be the best version of yourself all the time means that you need to work out, A, what works for you, but really work out some of these things that aren't working for you, you need to make reference and work out what that might be.
Definitely, and it's such a really, really interesting topic. So please go back, have a look at the previous blogs and videos. Nat has got a ton of information on her website. And please share your experiences and stories below. We're so interested to hear. Share with everyone. Every woman deserves to know this and be the best version of you, as Nat just said. And we'll see you next time on Health Talks.